Guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be doing a quick get ready with me, just using products that are in my current shop my stash. If that's something you guys are interested in, make sure you guys hit the like button, make sure you subscribe, and let's get into the video. Alright, so I already did my eyebrows. I used the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. I also ran through my eyebrows with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze, so that's why I look a little bit like more fluffy or more like Groucho. I'm hoping that they're not too much, but I've been enjoying using the Brow Freeze because it does stay actually a really long time in my eyes. I did my skincare. The last step is to do my sunscreen, so I'm going to apply some sunscreen here. I just have this Tula Skincare Protect and Glow sunscreen that I use every day. I'm almost done with this one. I have about maybe less than a third left. So I'm trying to finish it up. I usually go between that one, the CeraVe one, or my Neutrogena one. That's the Sheer Touch because of, you know, trying to prevent, like, even if you're not going outside, you have to wear sunscreen, you guys, because that is what will help your skin not age as fast. And I have been I didn't really think about that much when I was younger, but now that I'm almost 30, I've been doing that a lot. So that's what the natural glow that the Tula Skincare sunscreen does. Now for today's video, I'm going to be doing using products that are in my shop my stash. I got a lot of questions about certain products, so that's why I'm going to be using them on camera. I was planning on doing you know, trying out these Nude and Esomerics products, but I'm going to wait for that to maybe do that in a future video. In particular, I got asked about the Tarte Shape Tape wand and the Fenty Beauty, or I'm sorry, the Rare Beauty. I don't know why I always want to say Fenty Beauty. The Rare Beauty foundation from the Selena Gomez line. I have this foundation in 200C, and the Tarte Shape Tape Glow Wand is in the shade Sunbeam. So what I like to do with this one, it is meant to be used like under your eyes, you know, to you know, make your under eyes look a little bit brighter and things like that. But I actually like the way I use it is I kind of just put it on the high points of my cheek here, a little bit on my nose, a little bit on my forehead, and a little tiny bit here where I think I need the brightness. I'll usually grab some from my nose and put it on my cupid's bow, and that just adds that nice shine. Now I do have my sponge here dampened. I always run like a napkin through it so it's not super wet. I have the AOA sponge. This is the Shop Miss A sponge. I do like using these. They're very affordable. So if I look this way, it's because I have a mirror here, but I basically just do this and I apply it where I, you know, think I need the coverage. It doesn't add like a specific coverage. I know someone was asking me, Mariela was asking me, Makeup with Mariela here on YouTube, she was asking me if, you know, it adds some kind of like the Becca under eye corrector, and it doesn't. It just adds like a little bit of a glow. So it gives you a glow. It doesn't really much like do color correcting like the Becca under eye one does. It just kind of adds like a glow and a kind of like a more, you know, woken up skin, like kind of like what I think the Hollywood Flawless from Charlotte Tilbury would do to your skin, or the Auric. I personally don't have those, but I think this is what, you know, this would do. I'm going to use my mirror here. So yeah, this is the glow that you get from the Glow one, and again, I have the shade Sunbeam, and I am a light to medium skin tone. That's the glow that gives my under eyes and my cheekbones, or the tops of my cheeks, because I don't use it on my full face. I actually never have tried. I think I have maybe once tried using it on my whole face, but that is what it looks like. It's just very glowy and natural. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and grab my Rare Beauty foundation. And I just, like I said, this is in the shade 200C. This is a very, like, serum-like foundation. So if you have oily skin, like, I have combination skin. I would say if you have oily skin, maybe try making sure you set those areas that you get more oily. Like, for me, for example, I do have to touch this up during the day on my T-zone and, like, you know, parts of my area that do have more of a shine. I just kind of liberally apply it. Again, I have the shade 200C. When I did do the matching online on the Sephora app, it gives you an option to do matching to your previous shades of different foundations. And I always go based off either my Estee Lauder Double Wear or my Lancome foundation that I don't currently have in stock, but I know those are my perfect shades because that's what I've been matched to previously. And again, this is the shade 200C. You can see the natural finish it gives the skin. It is very nice on the skin, I will say that. This is actually one of my favorite foundations that I have tried this year so far. as well as the one from Merit have been my favorite foundations so far. And I've been using the Merit one almost every day up until today because I'm trying this one for you guys on camera, just because, like I said, got a couple questions about this foundation and the glow wand. So this is the coverage it gives my skin. You can see it's like a perfect match on me. I never thought it was going to be like a cool undertone, which I think 200C is a cool undertone. Let me just double check so I don't give you guys the wrong information. And the sponge will soak up most of the product. You always use a brush to get like more full coverage, but I don't mind this natural coverage. I still have some acne peeking through and things like that, so I don't mind. Okay, let's see how much this one is on the Sephora website. So this foundation, I know a lot of people have been interested in it for the Sephora BIB sale coming up, so let's go ahead and look that up here. This is a Liquid Touch Weightless Foundation, and it is weightless. I feel like I have nothing on my skin, but it does provide nice coverage. You guys can see that. I think it does give you nice coverage. It retails for $29, which I think is very affordable. And with the, you know, discount, I think would be really nice. So I, like I said, have the shade 200C, which it says it is a, let me see here, light medium with cool beige undertones. And again, I never thought I was like a cool undertone. I've always been told I was a warm olive undertone. So when I did the matching, this is what it came up with. And I get the shade again, 200C. So this is what it looks like on my skin. I do love how the finish looks. They do have a bunch of shades. They have so many shades. Goes from very light to very deep. So that's really nice. I do like that about her foundation line. Like I said, I am light medium with cool beige undertones. So that's the one that I'm wearing today. So for concealer, I have nothing really new. I'm just going to go ahead and use my Kosas concealer that's in my Shop My Stash. I've been kind of getting around to enjoying this one a little bit more. I kind of just use it sparingly on my eyes. That's kind of the way, kind of had a little bit of a learning curve in the beginning because I was having issues with the way it was setting down. I do have like a break on my hair, but nothing's going to cover that right now. I'm just going to use a concealer brush. That's usually how I apply this concealer. You can use your fingers, which also works because it is a very creamy concealer. I have the one in 3.5 from Kosas, but I could probably go a little bit lighter. But I honestly think it works nice for me all year round. I think it's a really good one. I'm going to use this mirror here really quick just to blend some of these spots out. And again, it's a very natural, it's not full coverage, it's a very natural concealer. The texture kind of reminds me of the Nars Creamy Radiant Concealer, but obviously the coverage is a little bit different. It's not going to give you full coverage. It's just like a light natural coverage, and I've been enjoying that recently since I've been using the Merit foundation stick. I think I've been just enjoying my natural skin a little bit better. So I kind of just blend it with my finger here a little bit just to add the coverage. And I will set this lightly with my powder, not 100% set because it will crease on my eyes. Now you can see it does instantly give the eye brightening effect. That's why I do like this concealer. It does give you the instant brightening. Plus also you have the Tarte Shape Tape under, which does help with the luminosity and, you know, the brightness of your eye. Just gonna go ahead and put the brush down. I'm not really gonna be using the brush right now. You see I'm using my fingers just to blend it into my skin. And with the Tarte Shape Glow on under my eyes and cheek area, it does give the, you know, it continues to give the luminosity from the glow wand, you know, the glow that it gives. So that's also nice. I do like that. Now for eyes, I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyes with a new lid primer. I did mention in a previous video that my eyeshadow primers are kind of just getting old and they're not really working for me right now. This eye's starting to water. It's always this eye that starts to water. They're not really working for me right now, so I purchased the Nars lid primer in the shade Light. I'm going to quickly just set my under eyes. I'm going to be using my Milk Makeup powder. This is the Blur and Set powder from Milk Makeup. I like to grab this like a little puff that I have from Beauty Blender and just lightly set under my eyes. I know it kind of defeats the purpose of the luminous glow wand, but I need the setting because my face does get a little bit oilier here in my T-zone, and that's why I like to set, you know, most of my foundations and concealers. So I just kind of set here and under my eyes. And then I just grab a big powder brush and just dust it all off. It's all over my shirt now. This big large powder brush from ColourPop. I just dust off the powder. My eye is gonna continue to water. I'm sorry, guys. And then my kids are on spring break right now, so they are home. If you hear noise in the background, I apologize. They're on spring break till next Monday, so that's fun. We actually had a good weekend. We had my niece and nephew over, and we enjoyed some time hanging out and playing games and just catching up. I haven't really seen much of my family because of obviously COVID, but a lot of people now are getting vaccinated and all that stuff. What do you guys think about that? I mean, do you guys agree with people starting to get back together like in big groups? We try to keep it minimal. We're trying to keep it like less than, you know, 10 people at a time, especially because most of my brother and sisters-in-law, they're older. I'm gonna go ahead and just grab the wet sponge here and just, so here's what my under eyes look like. Here's what my face keeps looking like. I don't think that the powder adds so much of a mattifying effect. I still see a nice glow. Like I said, I'm gonna grab the lid primer from Nars. This is a tinted smudge proof eyeshadow base, and it's pretty big compared to, like, I was comparing it to my eyeshadow primer from Natasha Denona that I'm almost out of, and it's like really tiny compared to this one. So I'm excited to try this one. I haven't tried this one ever before, and I've always wanted to try it. I'm gonna do one eye at a time because I'm not sure how this works. And I don't want to do anything crazy for my eyes. I'm just going to go in with my Dream Street palette from Kathleen Lights and use it. Now, the reason I pulled that in my shop my stash, I forgot to mention in the video, was because I also been wanting to try, you know, the Naked palette, the new one that everyone talks about and raves about, that has like a lot of different tones in it. Has those grays and those blues, and this palette from Kathleen Lights and ColourPop just reminded me of it. Now, I know it's no longer available for sale on the ColourPop website, but someone mentioned to me that they purchased palettes on the Mercari website. I've never heard of that, but I think it's like a second, it's probably kind of like eBay or Amazon, I think. She says that they do sell those palettes, like certain palettes that she was looking for on there for more affordable. Let me say her name so I don't say it wrong. Angela De Silva. So if you're watching this, hi. Angela De Silva, she commented that she was like interested in my project pan. She wanted to know if I had a inventory, and I do have a makeup inventory. Obviously it's changed now since I did add some products to my collection. And I also did remove some products as well. So keep in mind that I do kind of rotate. If family members do see my makeup in my videos and they ask me for certain products, I will give them to them. So I did get rid of my Bear With Me, or what is it called? I don't know. That big ColourPop palette that had all the browns in it. I still kept the Kathleen Lights one, the So Jaded, but that one I gave to friends and family. I also got rid of more highlighters, more blushes, some stuff, like little stuff that I didn't know, you know, they wanted. So I'd rather give it to them than just keep hoarding it. I mean, I keep getting products that are new. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab my palette here. This is the Dream Street Kathleen Lights and ColourPop collab. Like I said, this is no longer available on the ColourPop website, but I do have it in my collection. I'm going to grab just a random brush just to set my eyelids. And I'm going to grab this shade right here, this white shade, and just set my eyelids a little bit. So far with this primer, I see that it did smooth and it did add some coverage as far as, you know, canceling out some of the blue and darkness on my eyes. So that's good. I'm going to go in with, I think I'm going to go in with this brown shade up top here. I think it's raining outside. Hey Google, is it raining?
Probably not. Right now in Hoffman Estates, there's only a very slight chance of rain.
Very slight chance of rain. Oh, you know what it is? It's the garbage can. Today's garbage day, so they came in with the garbage. That's why I hear noises. I was like, is it thunder? And mind you, my palette's a little older. I want to say it's about 2, maybe 3, maybe more years old. And it's still performing really nicely. I do enjoy ColourPop shadows. The reason I did get rid of that palette that I was talking to you guys about is because, one, because my family member wanted it, and two, because for me, honestly, I don't reach for it as much as I should, to be honest. So I'm going to grab, I don't want to do anything crazy today. I'm gonna grab this dark brown right here. Just a teeny bit here on my Delium Tools brush. This is the Delium blending brush. And just add it here on the outer part of my eye and blend. And these are very, like I said, very easy to blend. They're not like super hard to work with. ColourPop's formula is really easy. I've been noticing that a lot of their palettes do not last on me, however. Maybe it was, like I said, my eye primers are just getting old. So we'll see how this eyeshadow look lasts with this new eye primer. Because I've been wanting to, you know, get rid of some of my ColourPop palettes because they're just getting old. I'm not using them as much as I would like. I am obviously keeping my Kathleen Lance collabs. I even have the really old collab that she did with Morphe. That's what I'm never getting rid of. I just really enjoy her and I enjoy her content, and I've always watched her since I started watching YouTube, and I really enjoy her content. So anyways, I think that's where I'm going to stop. I want to grab either this shade here, which is like a brown kind of shade, or maybe this one. This one's darker. Let me see this one. This is more warm. I don't want to use that warm shade. I want something more deep. I'm going to grab this one and then go a little bit on top with this gray one. So we'll see how that looks. It's like more bronzy, but I'm gonna try to, it is really pretty though, like even for being this old, this palette. I don't know if those go quite well together, but that's okay. They're very shimmery and very like bright. I missed using this palette. I forgot how good this palette was. I'm gonna go back in with the brown just to add a little bit more depth on the outer and kind of blend them together. Sorry about the noise. It is the garbage people. The garbage man. Now I'm gonna grab the first blender brush that I grabbed to do my crease. So I'm just gonna grab a random blender. I forgot which one I used. I'm just gonna clean this one here. I always have like a little towel on my lap to clean off my brushes in between and stuff, or my fingers. I'm gonna go back in with the brown here, which I believe is Shooting Star. Yeah, I think it is Shooting Star. So I'm gonna grab the brown here and just blend it in my crease a little more. I actually do like how this look ended up looking. I'm gonna grab a smaller brush. I'm gonna grab this small pencil brush from Jaclyn Hill and Morphe. This is the JH39, and I want to do a little pop of blue, so I'm gonna grab this dark blue and then the shimmer blue. The dark blue I'm just gonna lightly grab on my outer part of my eye. I think the name of this blue is Water Bearer. This blue right here. That's what I'm grabbing right here on the outer part of my eye. And then I'm gonna grab the shimmer, which is the one in Mermaid Boy right here, with the same brush just to add to the inner part of my eye. I think I shouldn't have used the black right there, or the brown right there, or blue. I'm gonna grab this shade here, this like little peachy shade here. Maybe that'll help. Oh, I really messed this one up, huh? I'm gonna just grab the shimmer that I use, which is that color in Kaleidoscope, and just kind of add it to the inner corner just to intensify. Oh my gosh, that's so bright. I think that's okay. Okay, I'm gonna grab my lash curler really quickly. I actually got a new lash curler. This one's from Lily Lashes. I've been needing a lash curler so bad, a new one, because the one that I had previously, the rubber was just really worn down and it was not a good time. I'm gonna use my Wet n Wild Big Pop-Up Mascara just because I need to, I've been alternating all of my newer mascaras. I'm just gonna use this all over my eyes, or my eyelashes. With this one, you do have to be careful because it can get very clumpy very fast. the wand is a little bit more, not clumpy, but it's thicker. So if you do not like your like clumpy lashes or thick lashes, you might not like this one. I kind of don't mind this one. I do like the mascara wand, and I do like the formulation. It's not super dry, it's not super wet like some of my other ones can be. The one that I definitely just had to get rid of is the e.l.f. Lash It Loud. That one was just not a good time. I kept poking my eye out multiple times, and it would just transfer and smudge really badly. This one doesn't transfer. Like usually when I, I have hooded eyes, so it would transfer on right here on my eyes, and this one doesn't do that. And neither does my M Cosmetics or none of my Essence ones do that. But that e.l.f. Lash It Loud one just did so bad. And when it dried down, that one just dried down like glue. Not even like at a good glue. Like stiff lashes, like needlepoint lashes. So I did not enjoy that at all. And even for the lower lash one, I can use this on my lower lash and it'll be just fine. I'm gonna grab my puff here from Beauty Blender. Just gonna, whatever powder's left over here, I'm just gonna kind of, I feel like it kind of got dark here, and I don't want that. Just grab my setting brush here and just dust it off. There we go. That's okay. And again, this is a Wet n Wild Big Papa mascara. I don't know if I've said it before, but I think when I released this mascara, I was thinking like, oh, it's gonna be like a whole Biggie collection. You know, guys know the rapper, like, or when it was big in the 90s, like Tupac Shakur and Biggie Smalls, they were like this big, rap battle against those two people, and they ended up passing away. But I thought this was where they were going with this, and I did see a commercial for Wet n Wild where they have that kind of song in the background, which I thought was weird. But they never actually came out with a light. It was just the mascara just randomly done. So let me see if I can actually find that just to quickly show you guys. I know I'm taking forever to get ready, just so I can show you guys what I mean. Like, listen.
You gotta go like this, and like this. Baby, you a heart stopper.
Do you see what I mean? This is why I think they should have done something with this. This is bogus, in my opinion. I was born in 92, and I was raised with all this stuff, like all that music and everything. This is a big bogus thing that they did. They should have done more with that person. They did, and emphasize the music. Why not make a whole line based on this person? This person passed away, and you're using the lyrics and stuff. Sorry about that, I got a phone call. But yes, basically I just think that they should have reiterated more with this whole release. I thought it was kind of bogus. They did use the intro song, whatever, like parts of his song in there, and I don't know. But anyways, moving on. Bronzer. I'm gonna be using my, what do I have in my Shop My Stash for bronzer? I have the Fenty Cream bronzer, but I don't have like a powder bronzer, and I kind of want to use a powder bronzer because my face is dried down. Let's see. I guess we'll just use this one. The brush that I've been using with this is the buffing brush from Real Techniques. This is the Real Techniques buffing brush. And I just kind of go in here and I just kind of place it where I want the contour or the bronzer to be placed. Kind of like that. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I have been enjoying using this because you can build it up, you can, blend it out and things like that, however you'd like. The only thing that I will say, when you do use a brush, your pan will get a little more like kind of gross than, because obviously the brushes have hairs and they will get in there. So I'm gonna just kind of quickly do the bronzing part of my face. For blush, I'm just going to go in with the terracotta shade from the Merit. These are the Merit Cheek Color blushes, and they are cream, so I'm going to be just using this one. I just deliberately apply this shade on my cheeks. It's very nice and natural. I do love this one for that. It's a little here on my nose. I know I look like a clown, but when I blend it out, it will be fine. I'm going to use the butt of the sponge to blend this out. I can use a brush, but I've been using sponge because it also kind of helps take off the excess product. And I really like the natural finish of these blushes so much. I use my mirror here. And again, it is a very like kind of bronzy color, which I do enjoy, especially with this eye look. For highlighter, I don't have a highlighter. I didn't even pull a highlighter, you guys. I didn't realize that. Nobody mentioned it in the video. I think I'm just gonna use. Nobody mentioned me having a highlighter in my video. What am I gonna use? I think I'll just use my Flex highlighter. This is the one from Milk Makeup. Just very lightly on my cheeks here. I'm gonna use my Charlotte Tilbury Powder and Sculpt. This one is very intense, so I just kind of go light-handed with this highlighter. Can get very intense very fast. All right, let's see. For lips, I think I'm just going to be doing I think I'll do this Wet n Wild matte color. It's a little bit more pinky. This is the Wet n Wild in Bare It All. I also have the Wet n Wild in Skinny Dipping. I think I'm gonna see, hold on. I haven't used these in a while. The one on the top, which is like the more pinky kind of one, is Bare It All, so I will not be using that one. I'm going to be using the one in Skinny Dipping. And I'm going to grab a lip liner really quick. This is a matte formulation from Wet n Wild. The white tubing does have, you can kind of see, it kind of looks like, I think these kind of look like the Pat McGrath packaging, but it's Wet n Wild. It's very affordable. Milani 03 Nude, just to line my lips. Just really quickly. And I'm going to grab this shade in Skinny Dipping. This is a more matte lipstick. I'm going to set my face with my favorite. I had to repurchase this because I ran out. This is the Milani Make It Last Matte Spray. So I'll just use this. And that is the finished look. I'm just gonna go ahead and fix my hair here. I have these bands that I've been wearing from Target. And that's the finished look. What do you guys think? I really like this look. I think it's really natural. I'm really happy that I finally used a palette that I haven't reached for in a long time. And I'm gonna continue to do so in my Shop My Stash. This is why I've been switching, like Mariola mentioned. I've been switching. I kind of went off of her videos and started doing my Shop My Stashes weekly because I think it makes me rotate my products more and use my products more, and I've been enjoying that. So that is the finished look. Again, like I said, I do enjoy using this foundation. I really do like this foundation a lot. Same thing with the Glow One. I don't use it every day, but I do use it, you know, every so often. It just adds a little bit extra glow on your skin. And yeah, you guys, that's my video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys find time to hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.